Welcome back to Stoic Pulse. Today, I want to talk about something that plagues all of us. It's that nagging feeling, the one that makes us overthink, stress, and worry about things that haven't even happened yet. Have you ever found yourself stressing about problems that you may never even face? Today, we're going to explore a powerful Stoic insight that can help us stop worrying about problems we don't even have. It's a lesson that can free us from unnecessary anxiety and help us live more peacefully. It's easy to get lost in the what-ifs of life. What if I fail? What if people don't like me? What if everything falls apart? Sound familiar? We've all been there, spinning in circles, worrying about the future, about things that haven't even happened yet and might never happen at all. Here's the truth. And this comes directly from Stoic philosophy. We often spend our time worrying about things that we don't even have to worry about. This is a trap that our minds set for us, leading us to waste energy and emotional bandwidth on problems that may never arise. And in doing so, we lose the peace that is right in front of us. One of the most powerful Stoic insights comes from the writings of Seneca, who said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The Stoics understood that our minds have an uncanny ability to magnify our fears and anxieties, often creating problems that don't even exist. Imagine this. You have a big presentation at work, and the night before, you can't sleep. You start imagining everything that could go wrong. What if the projector doesn't work? What if you forget your words? What if everyone laughs at you? These fears, though they seem real in the moment, are based entirely on your imagination. The reality is that most of the problems we worry about never even happen. Stoicism teaches us the importance of focusing only on what we can control. The central message of Stoicism is that we cannot control external events or outcomes, but we can control how we respond to them. Instead of obsessing over hypothetical problems, the Stoics ask us to focus on our actions, thoughts, and behaviors, the things that are within our grasp. Let's take a simple example. You're about to meet someone new, a potential client, or perhaps a date. Instead of worrying about what could go wrong, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I come across as awkward? Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, being present, being polite, being our authentic selves. The rest is outside our control, and worrying about it only wastes our energy. What happens in the future is not ours to know, but how we handle the present moment is entirely up to us. Now, Stoicism doesn't ask us to ignore potential problems altogether. In fact, one of the Stoic practices is called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This involves mentally rehearsing the worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on them, but to prepare ourselves for them. By acknowledging the worst that could happen, we rob it of its power. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." What he meant was that life is fragile and unpredictable, and it's natural for us to worry. But by imagining the worst possible outcomes ahead of time, we can lessen their impact. We realize that no matter what happens, we have the strength to handle it. Another important lesson from Stoicism is the idea of detaching from the need for perfection. So often, we worry about problems that don't even exist because we want things to be perfect. We fear that if something isn't perfect, we will fail or be judged harshly. But the Stoics remind us that perfection is an illusion, and it's the pursuit of perfection that often creates unnecessary stress. Instead of striving for perfection, Marcus Aurelius teaches us to focus on excellence, on doing the best we can, given the circumstances, without becoming attached to a specific outcome. Life isn't perfect, and the Stoics would argue that it's the acceptance of life's imperfections that frees us from constant worry. Finally, Stoicism encourages us to embrace the present moment. We often waste our energy worrying about problems that may never come, when the truth is, the present is all we have. By focusing on what's in front of us right now, we not only reduce unnecessary stress, but we also enrich our lives. You don't need to have it all figured out. Life will unfold in its own way, and the things you worry about today might never even happen. The Stoics teach us that the present moment is the only moment we truly control. Instead of worrying about the future, we can focus on what we can do right now to live a peaceful, fulfilling life. Imagine the freedom that comes from letting go of worry. What if we could learn to accept that most of our fears are based on things that haven't happened and may never happen? What if we could spend our time and energy on things that actually matter, living in the moment, doing meaningful work, nurturing our relationships, and finding joy in the simple things? The Stoics teach us that the key to living a good life isn't in trying to control everything around us, but in controlling our reactions to life's challenges. When we stop worrying about things that don't exist, we free ourselves from the anxiety that holds us back. So, what can you do today to stop worrying about problems you don't even have? Remember, the future will unfold in its own time. The Stoics remind us to focus on the present, take action on what we can control, and let go of what we can't. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might need a little peace of mind. And I'd love to hear from you. How do you handle worry in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below.